We're still here at Portsmouth, it's season 4, and 10 years ago, that is when the demise started for Portsmouth. So, this season is the one. We are going to go up this season, we're going to get at least the playoffs, and if not, automatic promotion. And that is a promise. I might regret saying that, but that is something we're definitely going to do. We're going with quite a youthful outlook this season, no bonkers signs or anyone like that, no Berbatov or anyone like that. But we're going to go back to basics and try and win every single game. It's not going to happen, but if we try and we've got the ambition, then I hope we can do it. Season 4, Episode 1, it's the same intro. You couldn't possibly have a Pompey save without the intro. So, for the first time in Season 4, 2020, August 2020, however you want to put it, roll the intro.
It goes Pompey, 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 you're the team. Pompey, 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 you're the cream. Pompey, you're the greatest, and we'll keep following you. We'll keep following Pompey, following the boys in blue.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Season 4 of the Portsmouth side, Foot Manager 2018. Today it's time for the start of the 2020 to 21 season. We're going to play 2 games today, 2 away games actually to start our season, against Blackburn at Ewood Park with Patrick Vieira in charge. That'll be an interesting game. And then a Carabao Cup game against Leyton Orient later on the episode. So the Championship this season is going to be quite interesting. When we look at the season preview, we're actually quite, we're favourites. Not quite favourites, but we're in the race to go down, which is a real surprise. But if you look at the top, Middlesbrough, Southampton and Sunderland are the favourites to go up. Apart from that, everybody else is a bit mixed about who's going to go up. But there's serious competition. Obviously, the top 3 don't go without explaining. But you've got Norwich, Villa, Wolves. There is some serious competition in this league this season. And unbelievably, Reading and Forest are the team that have just come up. And they could pull some strings in this league as well. So we're just about to get started in Season 4. And the one thing I bet you guys want to see is the transfers. Now, so there's a lot of our players who were out of contracts at the end of last season. So let's have a look now. I'm not going to let you wait anymore about who we have signed. So in terms of our transfer history then, we're going to have a look at the outs first off and the players who released. I've obviously just shown you there who's come and who's gone, but I don't really care. The first player to go was Dimitar Berbatov. Obviously, he didn't really get a chance. It was a hopeful signing, but he didn't really sell any shirts, actually. McAlinden sold the most shirts last year, surprisingly enough. We'll talk a little bit about shirt sales in correlation to the new captain in a minute. But Berbatov's gone and he's retired. Aaron Lennon's gone on a free. He did decently at the club. He came in on a free, 26 appearances. Just didn't do anything for us, really. Carl Bennett's also gone. He's been at the club for all his career. Actually, he hasn't, apologies for that. But he's been at the club for a long time, through League 2 up to the Championship. He's gone down to League 2 and found a club in Wycombe, so that's all nice. Then McCrory has been released as well by us. He's gone to Plymouth down in League 1. He just wasn't good enough, simple as. And then Lee Camp, who was brought in to replace McGee as a backup option, has gone. He never played for us, but it was just a security option to make sure we had a goalkeeper. So on the other outs then, Ben Close has gone to Shrewsbury, only on loan. He basically wouldn't have really had a chance to get in the squad this year. He went on loan a few years ago, and he played 12 games last year and done decently. So hopefully in League 1 he can prove his trade, and then next year come back in the Premier League strong. We also sold Ethan Labanks-Landley. He's our only official sale this year. And unfortunately, well, there's 2 sales, and I'll show you them both in a minute. But Labanks-Landley went for $1 million. Obviously, we signed him 2 years ago for £550,000. We got 52 appearances for that, and also we got $1 million in return. So we pretty much doubled our money and got a lot of work out of Labanks-Landley. He's complained a little bit over the last few months, saying that he hadn't got enough games. I'll just adjust the webcam slightly. It's a bit dodgy. If you adjust it slightly, it can go all places. But really good player, Banks-Landley. He's been good for his service, but just wants to go. And then Matt Clark has gone to Villa on a free. His contract was running out. We offered him a contract, but he wants to go to Villa instead. And he's given us lots of service from League 2 up to the Championship. And I think it was time for him to go. And he was quite happy to go. And fair play to him. Pardon me. But we've only made one cash transfer, which is actually what the head of youth development brought in. Somebody called Zach Medley from Watford. He actually started at Arsenal, and he's still at Arsenal in real life. He's a centre-back, 20 years of age, exciting young prospect, and he's got some decent potentials, but we'll be seeing him probably in the next few years, but not quite yet. We bought in a free transfer. We looked at him before, but Jack Harper from Malaga, we didn't actually get a chance to have a look at his current and potential abilities, but his 3-star current ability and 4-star potential. If you can't quite remember, he started his career at Real Madrid, went to Brighton, and then to Malaga. So he's come from Portsmouth via Malaga, Brighton and Real Madrid. I know, a bizarre way to come. But he's pretty much a striker, because can also play as an attacking midfielder. And he's got some really good physical stats, and I'm really happy to keep him and put him in as a free. The other player who's coming on a free, doesn't need introducing, Adam Armstrong has finally come to the club on a free. In our first season, he came here on loan and scored 15 goals in 11 games. He came the succeeding season didn't do quite as well. He only got 6 goals. But as you can see, ever since he's been to Newcastle, really, he's been out on loan so many times. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. In 6 seasons he's been out on loan. And obviously the club just didn't want him. So they released him. We got Armstrong on a free. And he's going to be a rotation player. And hopefully he repeats some of his League One form. Now he's a permanent fixture at the club. Now he's one Captain Goodspeed will like. We've got Paul Glatzel on loan from Liverpool. Really, he's a backup striker. And also, secretly, I've always wanted Paul Glatzel. If you don't know who Paul Glatzel is and you're going, why on earth you've signed him, go and watch Captain Goodspeed's Journeyman series and you know who I'm on about. But we've also signed a few backups on the left-back option because obviously we got rid of a few left back, didn't we? We got rid of McCrory. Oh, for heaven's sake, I don't know what this is doing this for. We got rid of McCrory, obviously, at the left back position, and all we really got is Wiggins, apart from that. So we had a bit of a problem. We brought in some defenders. So Luke Lee, he comes in as a really solid left back. He's really the same sort of player as Wiggins when he came in. He's played in Scotland and in League One. So this is going to be his highest division he's played in yet, but I think he can do well. He's got some really good physical stats, good work rate, and good technique, and I'm happy about that. I've also signed another left back to give him a bit of competition, James Husband, and he has played at this level before and has played 1 game in the Premier League with Norwich, Middlesbrough, Huddersfield, Fulham, Doncaster, and even go back to Leeds when he started. And James Husband, you know, really solid player, and we are going to have some solid competition at left back now. We're going to have Husband, Lee. I don't know why Wiggins isn't coming up, but obviously we have got a beater who can fill in there, but a beater is really more of a winger. And as you can see, Royce Wiggins is really losing his way in terms of he was 4-star when he came. He's only 2.5-star now, so that really shows how bad he's gone. We've also signed a fantastic player on a signing of a free transfer. I'm really happy with this. Jordan Rossiter's come in on a free, and where was he last? He was at Southampton. We didn't buy him, but he was bought by Brendan Rodgers when he came in at Southampton, and he did decently. He hasn't really had much game time over the last few years, but Jordan Rossiter is a top player. I was gutted when we sold him at Liverpool in real life, and he's got some solid mental ability, and he's a really good central midfielder, and we've got a lot of competition now at central midfield. We've got David Myler, Rossiter, Main, Colkett, with David Myler getting a little bit older, obviously he's 31 now, it'd be good to get Rossiter into that main midfield position. We've also bought another player who's been released by Liverpool. It's our last signing currently. Obviously, there's still 2 or 3 weeks left in the transfer window. That's Connor Masterson, who's coming from Liverpool. Irish player, not quite an international, but he's done 5 under-21 caps. And he's really a backup centre-back. But as you can see, at the age of 22, he's got 3-star current ability and 4-star potential. And really, he's a replacement for a Banks handler, Matt Clark. So, if we look at the squad, it's quite a big one. And it's a massive squad, to be honest. I can't quite believe how big the squad is. But there might be some departures over the coming weeks, but it's really tricky to see who might go. Brett Pittman kept his contract. We signed another 1-year contract with Brett Pittman, purely because he did what he was asked of him last year. He got 7.25 average ratings, the best he's had since he's been at club. And, you know, I commend him for that. Charlie Wakefield's also on the way back from his cruciate ligaments injury. And there's another few players. McAlinder's also got a little bit of a knock. He's out for concussion. But apart from that, I think we are ready to get into the season. Basically, the reason we didn't go anywhere else is that there was a few jobs open. The Brighton job was open, we didn't get that, because Tim Sherwood got that. We then went for Wolves, we didn't get that one. We were approached by QPR and Nottingham Forest, but we just didn't really fancy it. So we've stayed here at Portsmouth for now. And I do regret slightly not going for that Newcastle job last season, but we can't think of that possibly now. But anyway, in our first team of the season against Blackburn, away from home, but actually did the team selection thing. We've got Gazaniga in goal, Thompson, Watmore are the originals at the back, with Masterson and Husband both making their debuts. Rossiter makes his debut alongside Meyer in the midfield. Naismith and Abita are on the wings, and then of course Chris Long and Chaplin are up front. Really crucial to our season. Both Connor Chaplin, who signed a new contract with us until 2023, and also Chris Long, who is here till the end of the season. We'll probably sign a new contract with him come the end of the season. And then on the bench we've got Allsop, Burgess, Love, Colkett, Shenton, Armstrong and McLinden. And just to show how competitive it is, the likes of Adam May are going to miss out today, Luke Leahy, Jack Harper. Some of these players might make their debuts against Leyton Orient. But we are going to get straight into it now against Blackburn, and hopefully we have a good start to the season. And I'm just going to be back in a second, because I can feel my voice going a little bit, so I do need to go and get a drink, so we'll be back in just a second. The one thing I forgot to mention actually before we start is that for the last 2 seasons our opening game has been against Fleetwood. The reason it's not against Fleetwood this year is because Fleetwood are now in the Premier League. It's absolutely fantastic to see. Obviously, we got them into the playoffs last year, if you remember, on that last day, because we managed to beat Sunderland. Fleetwood got into the playoffs and actually beat Southampton and Aston Villa respectively, and are now in the Premier League. So I just thought I'd let you guys know about that. And blimey, walking up the stairs Gets you a little bit out of breath these days. But Blackburn's lineup, we've got Corley Woodrow in the lineup, Leroy Fur. I think I recognise that ranking Costello, but hopefully we're going to beat this team today. And we are going to get off to a good start. That would be brilliant because I can't breathe, look at me. But obviously, last season we had a really bad run, roughly around October sort of time. And this season, we really need to make sure that doesn't happen. We need to stay consistent throughout. We picked up way too many draws last season, that's definite. And really, we need to improve on our league position. The board weren't particularly happy with our season last year. And really, this year needs to be a good one, or else we are going to have to start looking for other places. Because simply, it might just be the fact that we've outgrown Portsmouth. But that's not a good start. Raheem Harper has scored for Blackburn nearly 10 minutes in. And we are 1-0 down. That's never a good start to lose your first game of the season. We haven't actually done that yet as Portsmouth manager. We did beat Fleetwood last year and drew with them the season before. So hopefully we can get back to our winning ways now. But that's a poor pass from Nathan Thompson. And something else I just completely forget mentioning is that we have changed our captain and vice-captain. Thompson was the captain and Abita was the vice-captain. It's now actually a double Irish captain. So we've got David Milo as captain and Mac Linden as vice. Purely because if we look at the hierarchy, Mac Linden and Milo are up there, whereas Thompson and Abita are only high influential. So I thought I'd let you guys know about that. But anyway, this season could all start crumbling straight away, couldn't it? Ranking Costello to Ajaria to Dak, shoots, and it's very nearly 2-0. And what's going on? What is going on here? We're having a disaster from the start, and I might just cry already. Surely it can't be this bad already. Can't be. As I said, this season is the one that's crucial for us, so surely we can't bugger it up this time. I mean, we've been in the Championship 3 years now. This is our third season. We're not, the underdogs anymore. We're a club who should be up there, and I just don't get why our squad is rumoured to go down, because I think we've got some serious backup this year, some serious depth in the squad, and I think this season is the best squad we've ever had. So I just don't quite get why I've picked us to go down. I'm not happy with that, but then at the same time, I'm quite happy with the media saying that, because that puts no pressure on us. But we want a little bit of pressure just to remind the players of our expectations. But seems like Blackburn are completely dominating this game at the moment, which is worrying me a little bit. Obviously, we are away from home again for the start of the season, but we need to get at least a draw out of this game, or else it feels like we might get off to a bit of a stuttering start. We lose the next game, etc. And then it's a bit of a worry and a head scratch, and we could be gone before the end of October. But hopefully it doesn't come to that. But we need to tell the players they haven't been playing well enough at all so far this half. Masterson was only a 6.2, so it seems to have had a bit of a bad start there. But we'll just see how it goes, I suppose, the second half. As you guys have just seen, we've given the players a slap on the wrist, and hopefully in the next 40 minutes we can get at least one singular goal. Right, now let's do more direct passing. Naismith to Rossiter. Can he get his debut goal? Rossiter, it's cleared by Leroy Fur. And now they've got a counter-attack. Lenihan through to Bradley Dack. And Dack on the ball. Thompson gets it. Oh. Thompson did get it off him. But then it resulted in a penalty in there. Oh, no, they're not. They are now. Blackburn are 2-0 up. And this has really knocked the wind out. Oh, we haven't even got replays for some reason. But this has really knocked the wind out of our sails. It's never nice to lose on the first day. I think we lost the dressing room a little bit last year, and a bit worrying if this keeps happening. But keep positive. Come on, keep positive. Chris Long on the edge of the box, puts it into Chaplin. It's 2-1. We're right back in it straight away. Tell the players to push forward and go on attacking. I'm more than happy with that, mate. One substitution. We will bring Ollie Shenton on for Myler, who's got a yellow card. I'm more than happy to do that. And he can come on as a Mazzala. Husband can play as a full-back on Sporks. That's what he likes to do. I'm more than happy to do that. But hello, at least we've got one back. It's only one goal. He's the deficit now. So if we can come back completely and win it 3-2, that'll be absolutely awesome. But a nice pass from Chris Long, and Connor Chaplin opens his account for this year, and hopefully that's going to be a nice cushy account again. But it looks like we haven't just sorted out the defensive frailties. I mean, we could concede another one here, but to concede 2 in our first game is a real problem. And considering we've been playing on counter most of the game, I just don't get it. I mean, we seem to have a decent defence name-wise, but it just isn't working. Chaplin to Long, we've lost the ball. Right, Watmore gets it back, but no, it's a poor pass. I mean, you can't really get a mix of it. You either go on more direct passing, try and get it up a bit, but it doesn't work. or you go on mixed possession and you keep the ball but you don't get it up the pitch. So it's a catch-22 really. Do you want to score goals or do you want to retain possession? And at the moment we need to score goals. But that goal list that we need to score could get bigger if Blackburn get the next goal. But Lenihan to Williams. Williams still on the ball. Back to Lenihan. I'll never try and pronounce his name. It's Leroy Fer in the midfield. Out to Harper. This is bad. Harper into the box. Rankin to Stello. Thompson gets it out. Come on, we need to get the ball. Right, Chaplin, that's good. Good ball to Long. Can we get anybody up there? I don't think he's got any support. Long. Because, well, to be fair, he went round the defenders, but couldn't quite get it round the goalkeeper. It's a fair play to him, but Naismith into the box. Nothing really comes of it, unfortunately. Jordan Rossiter. Oh, no, nothing coming of it. Smith gathers possession, and some definite head scratching to go on here. And we are going to, in the last 20 minutes, change Chris Long for Adam Armstrong. See how he gets on, and we are also going to bring Christian Burgess on for Masterson. He just doesn't seem to have a good debut at all. But then you can't do anything about that sometimes. It's just a bit of a bad game for the team overall. Okay, 18 minutes left though here to turn this round. Come on, honestly, if we don't get a point out of this game, it's not the best start to the season. We're certainly not going to do the unbeatables anyway if we lose this first game. That's for certain. Need to push all our men forward though now. That's no question about it. Just to get a point out of this game. We've got 10 minutes left here at Ewood Park. Can we do it? Doesn't look like it. Right, Bradley Dack's got the ball for Blackburn. Harper. Husband gets it out for now. Armstrong, come on, Armstrong. Pass the ball. Pass! Armstrong, decent pass to Naismith. On the edge of the box. Puts it in to Rossiter. Oh, back in again. Rossiter to Shenton. And it's 2-2. The two midfielders combine. And Ollie Shenton gets it in the back of the net. We've come from 2-0 down. And that shows a bit of resilience. And I love it. Jordan Rossiter getting his first Portsmouth assist. And Ollie Shenton getting his second Portsmouth goal. It's brilliant to see some of these midfielders who really have been Premier League rejects come through in the Championship, and if we get promoted to the Premier League, these guys will shine in the Premier League, because honestly the likes of Rossiter should never have been gone from Liverpool. That's definitely 100% from me. 5 minutes to go though. Can we get the winner here? We might be a bit optimistic, but we've got a few minutes now. Here we go. Watmore. Rossiter could lose this though here. Chaplin. Oh, Chalobah gets it out. Can't be Nathan Chalobah, surely. Probably his brother. Bradley Dack to Ajaria. To Woodrow. Woodrow lose the ball. Rossiter, come on. Nice ball to Naismith. Can we keep it? No, we can't. Lenihan gets it. Come on, Naismith. Put a bit of pressure on him. No, he can't quite get there. Smith on the ball. Blackburn's goalkeeper puts it out. Ranky Costello gets it, but number 15 puts it back to Armstrong. To Chaplin. Chaplin, lose the ball. Chalobah back out to Watmore. Watmore, pass it to Naismith. Good ball. Chaplin to Abita. Oh, it's off the edge of the post. Naismith back into the box. And this is possibly the most dramatic end to the game ever. Watmore lose the ball. Rossiter gets it back. Nice pass to Chaplin. He's through on goal. Take a touch, Chaplin. Shoot. And Smith gets across to tip it wide. We have dominated this last 10 minutes. And this is the side we can be if we start to play well. And that is awesome. Naismith should have really kicked that back in, but he took the throw in instead. Here we go. James Husband with his first action for the club. Shenton to Abita to Rossiter. Oh, Fer gets it out. Oh, God. Here we go. Ajaria for Blackburn. Across to Dack. We've been caught by surprise here. Thompson gets it out. Definitely brilliant there by Thompson. He's about to be a bit cheesed off the fact he's not capped anymore. But Naismith, poor pass, but Chaplin gets it. Chaplin, can we keep the ball? Lovely pass to James Husband on the left there. And unfortunately, that's the end of the highlights. And if this is a draw, I think it's deserved for both teams. Both teams have played equally badly at the back, but equally well at the front. So I'm happy with that. And we're unlucky today, and we've done brilliantly to come back and salvage the draw. What we just need to do in the future is actually not, concede the 2 goals. And then we win by a 2-goal cushion. But great start. Great start. And as you can see, Rossiter, Husband and Masterson made their debuts there. And then in the next game, we've got a game against Leyton Orient, which surely we've got to win in the Carabao Cup first round. If I've counted right, there's 9 changes for this game against Leyton Orient. Jack Watmore and Kai Naismith keep their place, but Allsop starts in goal. Masterson starts again, and with Wiggins at the left back position. Adam May and Colquitt take the midfield positions. Adekanye new on the left wing position there. Of course, we've got 2 strikers making their debut for the club. Obviously, Jack Harper we've introduced before. I don't think I've talked about Trevor. Is it Huar or Huar? I don't know. But he has played really well in the under-18s. As you can see, he played 26 games last season and scored 16 goals with an average rating of 7.3. And at 17 years old, he's already a really good prospect. And I thought, we'll give him his debut today and see how he gets on. So Jack Harper and him will combine up front. And here we go for the match against Leyton Orient. We should be winning this match at the end of the day. And even with a bit of a weakened squad, we should be winning it definitely, 100%. So, here we go then for the start of this game. We should win it, as we've had a really good run both seasons actually in the Carabao Cup. We got to the 4th round. The first season we got knocked out by Posh, and then we had a beating from Villa, I think, last season, if I remember right. But we're back on the ball anyway. Adam May still to Naismith. Naismith into the box for Harper. He gets his head on it, but Sargent saves it. Oh, this is interesting stuff. Cole kick back to Naismith, pretty much straight after, really. Naismith, good movement by Donald Love, puts it into the box for Harper again, and it's just over the crossbar. Clearly, Jack Harper is trying, and he's putting his life and soul into it. Obviously, not really being given a chance at Malaga. Interesting to see a player who's Scottish start at Real Madrid. A bit peculiar, but let me know what you know about that in the comments if you know anything about him. Malaga actually got relegated last season to the 2nd division, so he's had a little bit of competition in that 2nd division of Spain. But to be honest, I think the Championship is much better than the 2nd Spanish division, to be honest. But Adam May, anyway, back to Colkit. Still Colkit on the ball to Harper. To Adekanya on the wing, he's picked up a little bit of a niggle, actually. Into Harper again, he heads it, and another header, which doesn't quite get in the back of the net. But he's trying, and I think, you know, once that first chance comes off, he's going to be a little bit like the likes of McAlinden and Chaplin. It's just going to start. And if we can find yet another good striker, we're going to have a lot of problems in choice between Harper, McAlinden, Chaplin, Long and Armstrong. There's going to be some upset players who feel they're not getting their fair share of the games. But it'll purely be down to stats and form, really, who gets the games. And a bit of a rotational experiment to see who the best striking partnership is. I believe it's Chaplin and Long, or Chaplin and McAlinden, but you simply don't know yet. Lovely ball from Wiggins to Hoare. Can I get his first goal? For Portsmouth, he can. Trevor Hoare, on his debut, gets his first goal. Brilliant stuff from the 17-year-old from England. That's brilliant to see. What a name, Trevor, at the age of 17. Absolutely fantastic. And a lovely ball from Wiggins as well. He's known for that brilliant assist. He gets it over the defenders. Hoare with composure there. A nice shot as well into the bottom corner. And that's his first goal for Portsmouth. That puts us ahead against Leyton Orient here. And really, we've had 11 shots compared to their one. So we should be winning and not conceding here. Chisholm to Corone. We should be winning the ball back. Thompson, though, just over the bar. That's not quite good enough from us, really. We're going to look to control the game now. Retain possession, yeah, I'm happy to do that. Look for the underlap and put it into the box. And, yeah, I'm happy to do all that. And it's half-time now. We look good value for our lead, absolutely right. We shouldn't have any issue with conceding this. Obviously, Adekanya's got a bit of an injury, and Watmore seems tight, so we'll bring Burgess on for Watmore, and then we will bring, we'll try McAlinden in that left wing position. He doesn't play too brilliantly there, but he's really our best chance of anybody decent there who's on the bench. So we're going to play Wiggins as a wing back on defend this time. I wonder if Harper plays better on that position. Definitely does. He definitely plays a lot better than McAlinden there. So I'm more than happy to go with that. And let's get underway. Let's see if Harper can make a better contribution, a more consistent and effective contribution on that left-hand side. I wonder if he's not a composed left winger, but he can still play on both wings. And really, he's a player that could fit in anywhere attacking-wise, which makes him a little bit more of an attractive choice to choose more regularly if you've got players that are injured. And he's really, you know, maybe third choice, you know, winger, third choice striker. But he's always going to get a game, if that makes sense, because he's always going to get, you know, there's always going to be players who are injured, and you can fill in for certain players. But he hasn't had the best debut ever, only a 6.2. Definitely a better debut for Hoare, who's got an 8.3, no question about it. But for the 19 shots we've had, we should really be doing a little bit better, to be honest. We've got 15 minutes left in this fixture. We will bring David Myler on for Adam May. Okay, that's fine. I'm happy with that. Got 15 minutes left. Donald Love actually playing really well. That's good to see. Both of the wing-backs playing well. Donald Love, a player who hasn't really reached his potential, to be honest. Because he was going to come in as a long-term replacement for Thompson. But maybe, given a few more chances, he can outgrow his potential. But lovely ball from Hoare to Macklin. He loses out. But Colkey to Myler, and that's 2-0. David Myler gets his first goal of the season. And that is the clincher, as it says there, for Portsmouth. We're going to be through to the second round of the Carabao Cup once again. No mistakes there. No dramatic dropping out or anything like that. A really good game from all of the team. Donald Love with an 8. And Trevor Hoare is going to get the man of the match on 8.3. And I am all for that. Fantastic stuff. And that's 2-0 here. A much better game than the one against Blackburn, no question about it. And non-conceded as well, which I'm happy about. And that is a good start to the series. Unbeaten as far as I am concerned. But Trevor Hoare made a debut to remember. Absolutely right there. That was brilliant to see. He's £71,000 worth He's got a contract for 2 years, and he's wanted on loan by Blackpool, who are in League 2. I'm more than happy to send him there to get a bit of game time, and I fully believe he's going to be a player who matures a little bit early, and hopefully he'll be roughly about 3 stars by this time next season. Fingers crossed. But obviously for the next episode, we'll come back for something. We'll come back for the Carabao Cup second round, probably. So we'll come back either the Bristol game or the Forest game, depending on where it falls, because the schedule can be changed, and we'll be there for some point. But if you enjoyed this first episode of Season 4, let me know down in the comments, and also let me know what you think of our signings in and out. And if you've got any suggestions for me to bring in, absolutely leave them down in the comments. Leave a like if you enjoyed, comment down below any of your thoughts, and subscribe for cricket content as well as FM, of course, on a daily basis. Thank you very much for watching. I'll be back tomorrow at 6 PM with episode 2 of Season 4. Thank you for your constant support, folks, every day. It's really appreciated and makes me want to do this every single day. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.